The Lizard Colossus pack has been updated to version 1.1, and in this video we're going to show you everything you need to know, including liftable bales, support for unrealistic bales, and some new mods that may just change the way you play the game. We're going to start with the changelog and then go through all of the new pieces of equipment, so sit back and relax. This is going to be a fun one. Starting off, we have fixed the AI worker on the Colossus 6000. They've also fixed and adjusted the unrealistic working speeds, although they were not specific about those, so that could be for any of the machines. They've also added a silage additive option to the Ultimate Bale Pro and made it liftable bales per request, and also credits to Yosmani on that. If you go for the unrealistic version, it is important to know that the standard size bales will work with the base game bale loaders. However, unrealistic sizes are compatible with the custom bale support pack from BB Mods. And that is this pack right here, in case you were curious. And the last part of the changelog is with the Lightning Wrap unrealistic version. So it is now compatible with standard and custom bale sizes from other mods, including the liftable pallets and bales mod, selectable bale capacity pack, Lizard AgriFlex, and the Square and Round Balers Plus mods. So that's all of the updates. Now let's go over the new stuff. And we lead with the Lizard Colossus 7000 Cotton Harvester. Oh yeah, it is back. We had this in Farm Sim 22, but now it has returned and it is even better than ever. So of course we have the standard version with all the customization options and things like that. However, I'm going to show off the unrealistic version, because of course I am. Some main specs that may be helpful to you. We've got a engine with 690 horsepower, nice, and 1,400 liters of fuel. We also have other things too, however, those change with customization. So, working widths, we start with a standard 6 meter, then we can go up to a 10 meter, 25, and 50 meter working width. Yes, you have 50 meter working width on a cotton harvester. That's going to make that pretty darn easy, ain't it? You've still got the 20,000 liter round bales, but should make things a little easier for you. We also have engine options all the way up to 3,000 horsepower to make things nice and easy for you. Trelleborg, Continentals, Verdestans, Michelins, Midas, BKT, all of them are there, including those nice twin wheels all the way around. Yes, twin wheels all the way around. Standard and camouflage design, as we have come to expect from the Colossus stuff in 25. Beacon lights are on a blinky blinky or a rotate, and we have different window tinting options just like the other stuff, including, oh yes, toothpaste tractor. Oh, let's go. We also have some setups for the windshield logo, including a nice black lizard, white lizard, and then we have the Colossus 7000 and the white and black versus black and white. I think those look pretty cool. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's go with that. That's pretty sweet. And then we have the unrealistic crop guidelines. Now, these are not gonna show unless you go with the unrealistic set here. So if I go with a 10 meter unrealistic, and I go back down here to my unrealistic crop guidelines, you see those little bits that come out on the sides? Those are the guidelines there. So these should help you out to at least see where the working width is. And yes, they go all the way up. So you got your 10 meter, you got your 25 out there, and if I remember, 50 is, 50 is outside of this shed right here. So there's that. And then we have colors. So there's colors for literally everything. You've got main, the frame, design, which I'm not quite sure what the design is. Hey, let's find out real quick. Let's go for that. Ooh, I like it. That's pretty sweet. We also have for the grid, more designs. Let's go for light blue here. Ooh, very cool. What about this one? Let's go for a green. Nice, man. Everything can be done, including the interior rim and the outer rim too. Goodness gracious. Ooh, let's go. Oh, and one other thing about this, it has the ability to unload partial bales. Very cool. Next is the Colossus Balemaster. You may know this as the Gurvile Stationary Baler. We ended up getting this with the Gurvile pack back in Farming Simulator 22. This is a new addition for FS25, although it is a base game piece of equipment, hence the Colossus stuff. Usually, they will take things that are in the base game, change them up, make them wild and crazy, and just make things, to me, fun, but maybe for most of you, just a little bit easier. So, this is one of those. You load up everything into the back, all of your materials into the back portion, then it makes your bales for you, pops them out in the front, and then you grab them and put them where you want them to go. So, this will include things like hay, grass, straw. It will also take TMR, so you can make TMR bales. You can also make cotton bales with these, and you can make cut sugar beet bales and chaff bales, and even wood chip bales. It's pretty sweet. There is no unrealistic version because the options in here make it unrealistic or not. So we start with 20,000 liters up here, and it'll make between 125 and 150 centimeter round bales. Now, the wrapper design, we could change this up with an end turner if you wanted to, but that's really the only thing there. We can change up a few different wheel options in the back, but there's nothing wild and crazy. You're not going to see wild, massive duals or anything like that. Of course, you've got your camouflage design. Love that. Think that's pretty sweet. Blinky or rotating on the lights. The bell wrap can be changed up with the stuff in the base game, including the round bell net too. Now capacity. So we could go with the silage additives tank, so you could throw that in there, and then we can also go for an unrealistic capacity, which bumps this up to 1 million liters on the back. So a 1 million liter stationary baler, pretty sweet. Plus more color options than you know what to do with. This next mod came out of nowhere. The Colossus 73DD3-R. It's a tedder, an unrealistic tedder in the Colossus pack. Pretty sweet. Well, say unrealistic. There is a realistic. Realistic doesn't belong here, but not crazy version, and then we have the unrealistic version. Of course, this is the one I'm going to show you today. With this one, we have a 100 horsepower requirement. Base working width is 17 meters at 31 miles an hour, so you're already starting pretty high. Then we have a working width, which goes up to the 25 and 50 meter unrealistic. So yes, you have unrealistic working widths on a tedder. Not even something I even thought about, but I love it. So now you can make some pretty wild and wacky and crazy stuff. Whew, love it. Yeah! And then we've got a couple wheel options to choose from, BKT and Trelleborg. Of course, you've got that camouflage design, and again, more colors than you know what to do with. I was wondering when we would see this back, the Titan Vineyard Disc. This is based off of the base game. I can't remember which model it is, but it's one of these small little discs that you use with vineyards, obviously. Well, with this, it's a subsoiler. And what would be nice is if you could use 65 horsepower to run 50 meters. Yeah, love that, man. Love that. You do have the 1 row unrealistic or the 4 meter. However, the base working width is 1.5. So you can leave it as such. Tell you what, if you just wanted one of these to change colors, you could just use the regular one and then make it whatever color you want. And it's still pretty good. I mean, working speed's 11 mile per hour. Nothing's wild. You could just change the colors. But if you wanted to go 50 meters on here, you totally could. We also have the unrealistic crop guidelines on there. So if you chose those, it is easy to find out where everything is. Of course, camouflage and colors. And then lastly, the last new addition, what might be my favorite thing added to this, the Lizard Colossus FLM 726. This is a spreader, solid fertilizer, lime, and, oh yes, there's an and, manure. You can throw manure with this thing. Yes, there is an unrealistic version, so we will show you that. The realistic version is a 42 meters to 15 miles per hour. This one is 42 meters at 48 miles per hour on the unrealistic version. You cannot change the working width on this, so heads up there. I haven't been able to figure that out if you can, though. So there is that too. With it, multiple different wheel options from Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Vredestein, BKT, Midas, and that is it. We do have wide tire options, which is great to see. Camouflage, of course. Design of a US and EU, so you could change up those warning signs. I like that. Appreciate it as well. Capacities from 10,000 liters, 20,000, 40, and 100,000. So that is pretty sweet. And then you've got all kinds of color options. So the great thing about this, that manure. So this turns into your everything spreader for pretty cheap. And that is all of the new stuff that is with this pack. There's so much going on with this now. Now you've got your root harvester to be able to do all of the root crops, plus the header trailer for that. Then you've got your combine harvester with multiple different grain heads for that, and corn heads, and even a header trailer if you needed it to match everything. A forage harvester header with all of the different header attachments to go along with that. And of course, we've got stuff for running poplars and sugar cane. Now, a cotton harvester added, a mower, tedder, balers, bale wrappers, stationary baler, subsoiler, fertilizer spreader, and a couple trailers. What's missing? Is there anything missing from this pack? I can't think of anything right now. So now we get to have some fun, and boy oh boy am I excited for this. I am going to be running a 50-meter cotton harvester. Oh my goodness. This also works with your GPS and stuff like that. You may not think that it does, but it does. Actually, it defaults 49.9, so I say we go for it. Yes? Yes. Okay. Bring everything down, drop it. I don't think there's much more. I don't do a lot of cotton harvesting, so I'll have to pay a little bit of attention to this. There we go. Set that, and we're good. So, of course, we have a nice running speed here, 40 miles per hour. If you are using a worker, I believe they are now limited to 15, 16, 17 mile per hour max speed. So if you are using a worker, they will do this much, much slower. All right, so kick that. Oh, we're going to have to slow down. Yep, we're going to have to slow down. That pre-chamber, I'm filling it up way too quickly. Wait for main chamber to go down. There we go. And go, babe. Uh-oh. Oops. So this does happen. Things like this do happen when you get into unrealistic farming. Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think? Pretty wild and wacky, huh? I love it, man. I love this so much. And I will also say this. 4 fields is perfect. Oh, yay. 4 fields is perfect for this. Oh, and just so you know, if you go for the big engine, you could go up to 150 miles an hour. Just saying. Oh no, my GPS lost the line. Okay, apparently you can go too fast. I'm spitting out this stupid thing. Oh yeah, and this is full toothpaste tractor as well. Party on, Garth. Next up, let's show off our Bellmaster. So we've got a load of grass here, 1 million liters. We've got this set up here, which I've gone for the silver look. I don't know, that'll look pretty good. Let's just click unfold and it does everything for us. So, opens everything up, drops everything down, flips this out, wha-bam, and drops the bell thing on the front. Nice. Then you can see everything up there. The mode AI worker. Do we have an AI worker with us? I don't think that's going to work out. Oh man, that's funny. I didn't know that worked. So, let's take it. Let's turn it on. We'll double check, make sure. Let's see, right now it's set to 125 bells. Let's set it to 150 centimeter bells, because why not? We can do a few things, so we can turn the bell wrapper off. So if you didn't want to wrap the bells, you could turn that off. And we can see manual drop. Let's click that to automatic. And I think that's it. We're good? I think we're good. So now all we got to do is get around these cars right here and dump this load in. There we go. Got the dump grass button. And it'll dump all that. There we go. Sweet. Oh, this is set to overloading very slowly. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter that much, does it? There we go. Rolling everything up. Grass is going in up there. Very cool. Drops our bale. And check this out. So, super strength is now enabled, so I can pick up the tractor if I wanted to. Here, super strength disabled, but I could still pick the bales up. Why? Because the mod makes unrealistic. Well, I say unrealistic. It makes liftable bales, and it will literally just sit here and keep making them. And I don't want that to happen, so I should probably change this up. This works really well if you take one of the I don't know, what do you call these things? Hang on. These guys, these sheds right here, just like the one that comes for Black Sheep Bonding, or maybe even the base game one. You could put this right beside it, and when the bales pop in and get made, they go right in the storage, and you don't even have to do anything. Pretty sweet, huh? All right, we got to turn everything off because this is going to get annoying very quickly. Let's knock it off. It was the easiest 5 bells I've ever made in my life. Next, the one I think that I was looking forward to the most after I found out about this update, the tedder. I was so excited about this, other than all of it, of course. I know I probably said all of these were my favorite. It is true. They are. I love them so much. All right, so I'm using the 50-meter Colossus mower on the front, and then on the back, I have the Tedder, the unrealistic Tedder. So let's bring it, let's drop it down. I've got yellow markers for both of these, so you can kind of see where everything's supposed to be. The mower, we'll drop that down, turn that on, take the Tedder, turn that on as well, pull forward ever so slightly, and we should get our guideline. There it is. And our worker can go do his thing. So there you go. It's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. I will say this, Tedders tend to miss some stuff. What is it doing? Hang on a minute. Why is it collecting everything over to that side? Toggle working mode, left stick, but I don't see anything. It's just changing the front mower. Huh, interesting. I don't quite know what's going on. Chris, Riley, what am I doing wrong? So I've just reached out to Chris and asked like if this is normal or if maybe I'm doing something wrong. But either way, I mean, this does work. It's making a bunch of hay. Although I will say this, and this is what I was talking about, it is missing some, as you could see through here. This is because Tedders don't like to go fast. So I would highly recommend going a little bit slower. Maybe don't go with the full 25 kilometers or the whatever the max working speed for this thing is. Bring it down a little bit, and you'll be perfectly fine. You're already doing it at 50 meters. You don't need to go any faster. Oh, and this is the base game T8, if you're curious. Now, here's the little disc, and I think that this might be one of the more underrated pieces of equipment because it's just absolutely insane. I think I went with the large version here. Let's see, customize. Working with, oh, I didn't. There we go. All right, much better. Much better. 50 meter working with, hallelujah. Oh yeah. All right, we'll bring it forward. We'll set this to 50 meters. Yeah, I like the 49.9. I don't know what it is about it, but it just kind of feels right. And we'll come in here, see if we can find ourselves our line, and go. There you go. I'm using this with a small tractor because I just wanted to prove that, yes, this works perfectly fine, A-OK, and you're good. Not only that, is that a plow? No, that's definitely the subsoil setup there. But, hey, if you were wanting to subsoil a field and do it quickly, I mean, this is the best way to do it. No big tractor required. Oh, and if you play on PC, this also works with the Field Creator mod, so you can create a field with this, but I don't think you can do that on console. And lastly, we pull out the spreader, and not only a regular spreader, but we've gone for the manure spreader. Oh, yes. Now, remember, this one only runs at 42 miles per hour. However, it will run at some pretty high speeds, which is great to know. So that is awesome. I am just so blown away. I have gone for the John Deere setup here with the base game John Deere 7R. Say John Deere, everything's green and yellow. That's the only thing I've really changed about it. Man, look at that. It just works. It just works. We're running manure everywhere. It's going down, well, I say fairly slowly. We have got this set to 100,000 liters, which I think is perfectly fine. And I think maybe it's just me. Maybe it could be you as well, but I always find that selling manure is so much easier than putting it in the field. But I always have a bunch, like 50 to 100,000 liters of solid manure just sitting around all the time. And so this, I gotta be honest with you, it feels like this is not using it all the time. I don't know why I feel that way, but it used 5,000 liters to go from one side to the other. This may have just made manure perfect for you. Hey, yo, I'm definitely getting this on Riverbend Springs now. Let's go spread the poo! And you should spread the word to your friends that this update is out now. It is for all platforms, so everyone that plays Farming Simulator 25 can enjoy it. Speaking of, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like on it. Get subscribed if you're new. Enjoy the DjGoHam fam. If you got any questions, any statements, opinions, anything like that, please drop them down in the comments section below. Big shouty outy to Chris and Riley for putting together an awesome pack and continually supporting it with updates. This is only the first update. I'm sure we'll have a few more to go. Nothing's ever perfect, so you always have to fix a little something here and there, and maybe there'll be some more goodies along the way. You never know. Either way, I hope you have an awesome day. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.